Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
We have arrived at our final stop in Edinburgh. It's still quite early in the morning, so we haven't been able to check in, so we've just dropped our bags off and we're making our way into the city centre. So we're going to have a look around the city centre, and then we've got a tour this afternoon of Edinburgh Castle. We're going to see the train track scene from Harry Potter, and it's just kind of one that explores the general Edinburgh sort of city area, and then we'll make our way back to the apartment tonight.
But I kept searching for your trace in the dark, losing myself in the endless memories of the end right from the start. You're an obsession in my head, I can't forget your eyes. Your kiss lost bare my skin, I feel so empty inside. Searching for your trace in the dark, losing myself in the endless memories of the end right from the start. You're an obsession in my head, I can't forget your eyes. Your kiss lost bare my skin, I feel so empty inside.
We've just made it back to the apartments after our day trips, so I got a little bit muddled, and the one we actually had today was the Harry Potter walking tour and then the tour of Edinburgh Castle. Both of them were very interesting tours. The Harry Potter one was cool to see where JK drew inspiration for all of her books, from characters to locations to things like that, so that was really cool to see. And then the castle was just awesome to see as well. It was just cool to see like the bits of history and stuff and where different events all happened. We then finished up the evening just by wandering around the streets doing a bit of shopping, and then having some traditional fish and chips for dinner, which was really yummy, from I think it was called Birdie's Fish and Chips. And then we've just made our way back to the apartment, getting ready for bed, because we have another day tour tomorrow, which is the Glenfinnan Viaduct tour, which is the train one that I thought we had today. That's for tomorrow. And then we're also going to visit the Highlands as well. So hopefully it should be fun. It's going to be a nice day out. The weather's looking good, so hopefully it'll be like that when we get there. Good morning from our second day in Scotland. We've got another day tour booked today to the Glenfinnan Viaduct where the Harry Potter train goes through, and then up to the Scottish Highlands. So we've just met with our tour group and we're just on our way up to there at the moment. It's good weather currently, nice and sunny today, so hopefully we'll get some nice views and some good footage.
But I kept searching for your trace in the dark, losing myself in the endless memories of the end right from the start. You're an obsession in my head, I can't forget your eyes, your kissless burn my skin, I feel so empty inside. Trace in the dark, losing myself in the endless memories of the end right from the start. You're an obsession in my head, I can't forget your eyes, your kissless burn my skin, I feel so empty inside. Searching for your trace in the dark, losing myself in the endless memories of the end right from the start. You're an obsession in my head.
Just got back to the apartment after our day trip out today, so we went up and saw a small part of the Scottish Highlands, which was really cool to go and see, and I'd love to go back and explore a lot more of it. We just didn't have the time to go everywhere today, but the little part we did see was really nice. And then we went up to the Glenfinnan Viaduct and saw where the Harry Potter train, the famous scene, goes through. Because it's winter, the train wasn't running, so it'd be awesome to come back in summer at some point and be able to experience that one. But just being able to see the sights around it as well, because it's also got like the sea that surrounds Hogwarts as well. They had the filming location just opposite that one, so we were able to see that as well. So it was just cool to go and see all of that one. And then we finished up by seeing some highland coos tonight, which was exciting because that was a big part of my thing that I wanted to do here in Scotland. So I was excited to be able to go and see some and actually pat them. And then we finished up the evening with a cool like cauldron style cocktail making course. So we got 3 cocktails. One was already made for us, and then we made the other 2. So one was like a snow fairy type one, so you made the little snowballs and put it into the cocktail, and then the second one was in a cauldron, which you mixed up. So that was really fun and something different to do here in Scotland. But we just got back to the apartment, had a shower, getting ready for bed, and then we've got another tour tomorrow. So it's a bit more of a highland tour again tomorrow, seeing some of the areas we didn't see today. And then we're also heading up to Loch Ness and going hunting for Nessie. So hopefully the weather will be good again. It's supposed to be sunny, so hopefully we'll get that when we get out there. Good morning from our second day in Scotland. We are just making our way to our day tour meeting point for today. So it's another trip up to the Highlands, but looking at different areas we didn't get to explore yesterday, and then making our way over to the Loch Ness, where we hopefully should catch a boat ride out into it and have a little explore around Loch Ness today.
Your eyes, your kisses burn my skin. I feel so empty
Our third full day in Edinburgh. So as I mentioned, we had another day tour today, so we went up and did some of the Highlands again. Some of the areas we went to were similar, and then we went to some different ones. So we got to go up to Loch Ness this time, and then we did a boat ride out onto that one. Unfortunately, we didn't see Nessie this time, so we'll have to come back and try and find her again. But it was still cool to be able to go out onto the loch and have a bit of a wander around the villages, and then explore some of the other ones which we didn't get to do yesterday. So we went to Glen Coe again, but we did a different part of it, which was cool. And then some of the other little towns we got a little bit longer in to have a look around. And then tonight we came back and just had a look around the city again, had some dinner at one of the pubs, and then we've come back to our apartment just to pack our bags for our final day in Edinburgh tomorrow. So we're going out and having a look at some of the city again. So we're having a look at where Hogsmeade is for Hogwarts, where that location was filmed and inspired by. We're going to have a look at one of the Outlander sites for filming, because we're big Outlander fans as well. And then we've also got a tartan bag making session in the middle of the day, so we've got that one. And then we fly out to London tomorrow night before we board our flight the following day back to Brisbane. Good morning from our final day in Edinburgh. We have just made our way out of the hotel and checked out, and we're making our way over to the Royal Mile for breakfast before we head down to the filming location of Jamie's print shop from Outlander, which is just down the road from there. And then we have got our tartan bag making around 11 o'clock this morning. Once we finish that, we'll be heading sort of just around the area and then back to the airport tonight.
Streets, but I kept searching for your trace in the dark, losing myself in the endless memories of the end right from the start. You're an obsession in my head, I can't forget your eyes, your kisses burn my skin, I feel so empty inside. I kept searching for your trace in the dark, losing myself in the endless memories of the end right from the start. You're an obsession in my head, I can't forget your eyes.
Good morning, we've arrived to our hotel in London. It's currently 5:45 in the morning and we're just organising our bags. We're about to head to the airport for the first leg of our flight home. So we're starting off with our flight back to Singapore, and then we've now only got a half an hour layover, so we're going to be running through Singapore airport for our flight back to Brisbane. It was pretty windy coming in last night, so I'm not sure what the flight will be like for the first part leaving London, but hopefully it's not too windy. So that is a wrap on my 2024-2025 Europe trip. After 22 hours of flying, we have finally made it back home. The flight itself was great, but the 22 hours of flying was a little bit brutal towards the end. Our 1 hour layover in Singapore only turned into a 20-minute layover, so instead of having a little bit of time off the plane, we just basically continued the whole way on, which wasn't bad, but yeah, just towards the end of the flight, you just got a little bit sick of it. So it's currently 6 o'clock in the evening and we've made our way back to home. We're just unpacking our luggage a little bit before heading to bed tonight, just to hopefully try and avoid any jet lag. But the trip itself was absolutely amazing. 5 weeks away, exploring 10 incredible countries was just something I cannot explain, especially at Christmas. Just the different atmosphere, the vibes, the weather, all the snow and stuff that we just don't get back at home was incredible to actually experience. I hope everyone enjoyed watching along as much as I did, exploring all the countries, immersing ourselves in the different activities and atmospheres and cultures that we just don't experience back at home. So if you guys enjoyed following along, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please like this video and comment below. Don't forget to follow along on my other socials, so on TikTok and Instagram at Melina__Kate. And thanks again for all your support, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.